Hi there, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bob Spas, and my mission is to make the process of awakening go viral. And today I have here a dear, very special guest. He's my writing mentor. He's my best business partner.
Party. I like party.
Today's
Party's good.
Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Welcome to my show, Bradley Charbonneau.
I like business party.
Yeah, business party. No, actually, partner for super meditations for business. Awesome. Bradley,
Wow.
today I want to talk about past life regression.
Okay.
Let's talk about how was your evaluation, your experience the last time you did it?
So the last time I did it was this morning, just like 2 hours ago. And this is so funny that we're talking, not funny, it's kind of crazy that we're talking about this, because for me I wouldn't have even listened to someone talking about this a few years ago, much less like believed it or cared or didn't or not think that the guy is a crazy person. And now here I am, not only talking about it, but experiencing it and doing it and loving it and enjoying it. And now I'm even sharing it publicly, which is super crazy.
Yeah.
But that's actually the beautiful part, right?
Coming out of the spiritual closet.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this morning I do this one, I'm happy to share the link. It's called like beginner past life regression meditation or something. It's pretty long. It's almost an hour. It's 51 minutes. And I like it. It's very guided. It takes you through, go down the steps and go over here. And there's a campfire and there's a beach and there's a whatever. And I like that because it really just let it go. Because, I'm thinking, okay, what do I have to buy at the Albert Heijn today? Right? Normal, regular daily stuff.
I go to Jumbo.
I go to Jumbo, get some stroopwafels. So the daily stuff comes in. So it's good when I'm being guided because I can forget the daily, normal, boring stuff. So I've done many of these now. And in fact, after I do them, I stay in my dark room. I keep my eye mask on and I turn on my voice recorder on my phone and I record what I experienced. Because I find that these past life meditations are much like a dream. I experience it. It's like a dream, but I'm awake because it's very dreamy. I can see it all. I'm extremely visual, so for me it's like a movie. But just like a movie, when you come out of the movie theater, it's all still there. But by the time you're even at the car or on your bike, it's already going away. And then you go to dinner, it's going away. It fades very quickly.
Yeah, just like the dreams. But guys, let me enlighten the people who's watching this for the first time and think this is a very crazy subject. There are many ways that you can see your past lives. That you can, by dreaming, you can, when you are sleeping, only your body sleeps. Your unconscious mind can unfold from your body and you can have access to your past lives, to all the knowledge, to the Akashic, how do you call?
Akashic records.
You can sometimes go to a place and have a deja vu. Oh, I've been here, but you've never been there before. It's you know that but you remember from a place that you cannot recall. Or you see someone and they look so familiar to you that you have an instant click. It's like you remember them and you don't know where from. That happened to me many, many times. The most important one was with my ex-husband. It was amazing. I saw him. It was like remembering the future. And I told him immediately, you are going to be the father of my sons. And he thought it was funny. I didn't say sons, I said kids. He thought it was funny. He said, oh, that's nice. Can we begin with a dinner? And we stayed together for 20 years.
Wow.
But there are many ways that you can see your past lives. Bradley, share with us some more, please.
So also, I like that that you add some information about this, because it's becoming more normal for me to talk about it. But for those who don't know me, here to give you some reality check and bring it to earth. Like, I was a mathematics major in undergraduate university, right? I'm very like analytical and numbers. And then I did an MBA. I have all this practical stuff. And yet here I am years later talking about this meditation and this past life regression. So, and just a few short years ago, I never would have done any of this. No way.
What had made you change?
I have a sad but honest answer, and it was my father dying from cancer. And I was looking for any kind of help or solution, or, you know, Western medical to Eastern spiritual. And I just experienced more and more as I was looking, how can I help him with anything? Even if it's, how can I help him, you know, transition into death more peacefully, anything. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, in the last few months of his life, I never would have guessed this, but my dad opened up with a spiritual side of his own self that I had never in my entire life experienced or heard him say a single word of.
Wow.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh.
And so for me, a whole new world opened up. And now there's no turning back. I just love it.
There's no turning back. It's a point with no return.
Yeah. And for me, my goal with all of this, even with the past life regressions, as fun and crazy and wild and wacky as they are, the practical mathematician guy in me wants to enjoy it. That's fun, super fun. I mean, it's so fun that I do it every morning. It's like I'm going to the movies every morning, right? And like, who doesn't like the movies, right? Bioscope, popcorn. So it's fun. That's why it's one of the main reasons I do it, because it's fun. If it were boring and professional and serious, I wouldn't do it, or I would force myself to do it. But I don't have to force myself, because I have such a good time. And it's always unexpected what happens. Just like dreams. We can have a little influence on what we dream, but usually it's unexpected show. It's like you go to the movie theater, the big bioscope with all the theaters, and you're like, okay, let's go to pick door number 7. All right, here we go. What are we watching?
But about dreams, there are two types of dreams. There are the ones that we are digesting our reality, that we are actually there in the body and thinking about the things that happen to us and trying to figure it out what to do. And there are sometimes a little fabulous, fantastic, magical. There is this fairy tale, and one thing becomes another, and you can see that this is just a dream. But there are those dreams that you are really there. You are walking in the spiritual or astral realm. You are out of your body. It's an out of body experience. And you can even talk to other people that are on the same experience. I've already had a shared dream with a friend, and I woke up and I called them, and they said, yeah, we were there.
Wow.
You can go to, amazing, isn't it? You can see people that are no longer here in the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, that already passed away. You can see your grandma or somebody who was your friend, and they are no longer here, but they are somewhere, and you have access to that.
Okay, so it's interesting you brought up like this dream, like that's somewhat related to your current regular normal life, right? And then there's this whole magical, wonderful Disneyland world, right? Fantasyland.
Yeah, two types.
And two types. But I don't know what you think about this, but I think there's got to be some like overlap, right? Because my experience of dreams is sort of that overlap of the real regular life and then this fantasy life. That's how I experience them.
The thing is, when we are not here in this physical world, the things transform really fast. The matter, we look at the matter, you are looking at your body, it's like you have a physical body because it looks really solid to you, but it's not. But it's also very plastic. If you think of something, You can build it.
Yeah.
If I think of an elephant right now, a medium can come here and see the elephant because I'm creating. We can create roads. We are co-creators. We create our reality and we can create our lives. We do that all the time. Even if we are not doing it, even if we don't think and you think, I don't know how to do that, but you are already doing. Everything in your life, you created, you attracted, you manifested. Like it or not.
Yeah. So before it fades too much, I'll finish my story here. So this morning I've done this, I don't know, 20 or 30 times now. And this one today was, I've never gone back this far in time. And so you sort of visualize this. They start with the feet for some reason, or at least the one I do. They talk about, okay, what do the feet look like? I don't know why they do that. And so the feet, this guy was barefoot, no feet, no shoes. And then the guy, as I kind of see him, so I can sort of see him. I'm not sure if I am him or I see him or what. It's not clear.
Okay.
But it was like caveman time, like prehistoric, like dinosaurs. And so because he was wearing something of deer skin or something. And in fact, and when I tried to get his name, either he didn't have a name because maybe they didn't even have language, I'm not sure, or it was something to do with the deer. But then the deer is my English word for that animal. But he had a different word because he was saying like, no, it's not deer. It's not that sound, deer. It's not that. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I was kind of stuck on the guy's name for a while and I couldn't figure out the guy's name. So whatever, he's deer dude, right? And then there's what I like about this guided one is it asks you questions. Who is the most important person in your life at that time? So sometimes the answers are very clear, sometimes not so clear. Like I couldn't get his name, but then the most important person in his life at that time was his sister. It was boom right there, his sister. Okay, great. And then, so what his daily job was, they say, what is your daily work or what do you do? Right. And he was a hunter. I think all the cavemen were probably hunters or gatherers or farmers or whatever. Yeah. So he was a hunter, but he also killed the deers, but he had a loving interrelationship with the deers because yes, he killed them, but the deer then nourished the people through the food that they ate because they ate the deer. So and that was okay. That was all okay. But then, so that was his regular day job was hunting, but his superpower, and they didn't use those words, but his power was the fact that he was communicating with me, with Bradley, this guy in the future who has his, eye mask on a Friday morning in the Netherlands in 2022. So that was this guy's power, was that he could communicate. And there's no future, there's no past, there's no present, right? It's all just right now. So that's interesting and also hard to believe. But the whole time thing, it's not there. It's just him, it's just me, we're communicating. It's not a question of way back thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. It's this guy, dear dude, and Bradley of the present, and we are communicating. So the message I got, because remember, am I this guy or am I this guy? Like a little tiny element of this guy is now me, who knows? But the message from this other source or being, or I don't know who it was, is to him, they said, hey, dear guy, you're communicating with this Bradley of this other place and time. That's cool. But the source thing, this, whatever you want to call it, spirit thing, was saying, oh, that's normal. That's cool. It's not such a big deal. Oh, but you're good at it. So cool. So do that more. Everybody here, all the cave people, we can all do this, but not everybody does it. And you do it, and you do it really well because you're communicating with this Bradley guy from the future in his house in the Netherlands. Great, that's really cool. So do more of it because you're good at it and it's easy for you. So I took this message, right? That was the message for Caveman Guy. But of course, I feel a part of that Caveman Guy. So I'm also taking this message because Bradley here is doing his meditation, listening to the YouTube on the headphones, very 2022. But I am also good at this. And I am communicating with this caveman guy from way back when. So I'm taking the methods that he received for myself as well. I'm good at this communication. I'm connected with these past lives. And so how can I use this more and to benefit me and to benefit others more with the connection and the visual that I have? So
yeah, but you are
the
really
one title, I just have one title of it, and one of the words I got was, I like titles and names and stuff, and it was alone with everyone. So caveman guy as well, he's alone in communicating with me, but as he's doing this, he's together with everyone in his tribe or his group or his family or whatever. So he's being alone, and he's very good at being alone, and being good at being alone helps him to be better together. That was it.
yeah, but you were really a great downloader.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
always
yeah.
on nature, walking with Pepper and downloading things and creating with your downloads.
Yeah. Yeah. So that
Now,
was my
this
meditation.
was today's video. I'm gonna leave here in the description below a link to a past life regression that I did. And also another link with a video that I've made explaining the dreams. So I hope you had enjoyed this video. And if you did, please put a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Click here.